Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. So we're gonna recap, this is the part 3 of our discussion, and I would like to recap this discussion as short as I can. So we talked about the fact that we are all fragmented. We have understanding of what's opposite of us and different opposing views and opposing things and the fragmentations. We only notice the fragmentation when there is a contradiction, when there is a conflict. When there is a conflict, there is a natural automatic mechanism of alarm, of awareness. And that awareness is what brings to our attention that there has been a conflict and that there is a fragmentation, and this fragmentation, which is opposite of what we are all about, is being alarmed to us, we are becoming aware of this fragmentation because there is a conflict, because there's a contradiction. How is contradiction is shown to us? By when a intrusive thought, let's say, shows up, the superconsciousness naturally goes into the mechanism of evaluating that against your values and core principles. Your wise advocate gets into the picture and recognizes that this particular suggestion or thought or image or whatever it is contrary to what you're made out of, what you're interested, what your past is. Because, as we said, we are the past. And when a thought shows up that is not in harmony with who we are, which is the past, with our past, there is a alarm, there is an awareness of a conflict is created in us, which shows itself by our discomfort, our reaction toward the suggestion, our question of what is this, not recognizing it and becoming disturbed and uncomfortable. That is the alarm that is automatically gone into place to show that there's a conflict, because the thought or the suggestion that has appeared in your head is contrary to your past, contrary to who you are, because we are the past, and the past means who we are. Because this thought or suggestion never was chosen from the selected, planned actions that has been recorded and has been acted upon by you in the past, and its experience and knowledge has been recorded in the memory. It didn't come from there. That's why it's something unknown to you, because you're the past and is not part of the past. It's something that you have no responsibility in this creation, but it has made you uncomfortable and disturbed, which is the way the system is trying to alarm you and give you the awareness that there's a conflict and contradiction has happened, which again brings the evidence for you to know more than before that these thoughts are all intrusive and that you have nothing to do with them. That's why they create disturbance and imbalance in you, and you react the way you do, which means they are not coming from you, they're coming from something that it never existed. Why it never existed? Because it never were in the inventory of the memory as part of the selected, planned actions that you have committed or have known as an experience in the past that turned into a knowledge and it was recorded here. It just showed up on itself. From where? From somewhere that you have no knowledge of, you have no awareness of it, and you have no responsibility of it. And for that reason, you can simply close your eyes and look for a thought. A thought, like you can have a vision of how your brain is. Is it compartments? Is it rooms? Is it corners? Is it all neurons? However you want to think of it, close your eyes and look for a thought. Look all the crannies and corners and look for a thought. See, where can you find a thought? When you do that, you can't find a thought. Because you're not going into the memory to find a thought. You're looking for a thought that hasn't happened yet. Therefore, there is no inventory of it. Therefore, you are not aware of any thought that is not in the inventory that was selectively planned and acted upon by you in the past. Therefore, all these thoughts that show up, that you're now looking for it, you see that it doesn't exist. It tells you that they are pop up. And when they pop up, they're popping up based on the material process that is the job of the brain to make thoughts out of all the information that exists in the world that has seeped through the consciousness, and it's got nothing to do whatsoever with you or your selection or your preferences, and more so because of the fact that your automatic mechanism of making you aware, bringing awareness to you that there is a fragmentation because there's a conflict and there is a disturbance because there is a contradiction. And that's why the awareness has been created, which tells you, because you're finding these thoughts unwanted and it affects your balance, which tells you there's an awareness, and awareness only happens when there's a conflict, and the conflict only happens if it's against you, that you have nothing to do and no interest in it, which is telling you that intrusive thoughts have absolutely nothing to do with you, no matter what they're about, sexual, non-sexual, about your gender, about any inclination, and anything else that it could be all about, any kind of intrusive thoughts. Pedophilia, harm, responsibility, OCD, HOCD, any kind of intrusive thoughts, when it appears, it has nothing to do absolutely whatsoever with you. Therefore, relax and understand how the psyche works, how the brain works, and then you come to the conclusion that we always said, and the scientists and from the hundreds of years ago have proven, seen it, that you're not thoughts. Thoughts are not you. You're not the brain, and brain is not you. And rest assured, you are what you've always been, and you will be what you've always been, and what you are, and what you want to be. And that's all there is to it. And I hope that would be something for you to ponder on, and would be a helpful guide to understand how the psyche works, and what are the components, and why it affects you, and why you shouldn't give a damn about it because of what we just explored together. I wish you a wonderful day or evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.